Hey there! Welcome back to Reddit Dating, best channel for cheating stories. Make sure to like and subscribe the channel for more spicy stories. I 31 male and my wife 25 female are going through an affair recovery, but she doesn't want to cut off all contact with affair partner because she doesn't want to lose her other friends in social group. I 31M caught my wife 25F in an emotional affair that escalated to a kiss with her coworker and also our friend. Had blind trust in her but started seeing signs, and when I caught her on our house camera, she can't turn them all off, so I knew something was stray when half of them were down. Caught her 6 days ago when I was away, and she feels remorse, regret, sad, and even suicidal this past week. She is the breadwinner in the marriage and I am mainly the house husband with temporary jobs. She does not want a divorce. After being caught, she admits it after the third time I repeated myself. She had an emotional affair and only kissed him since. No sex, she says, and that she is mainly responsible for initiating, stating that he reciprocated, but it was mainly her fault. The emotional affair lasted around 2-3 months when I noticed something strange but thought it was just my jealousy. We've been together for 5 years and married only 3 months ago, so the affair happened shortly after our marriage. She resents me because I have failed my boards exam 4 times already and I have not upheld the house responsibility and financial stability. This, in turn, led us to arguing and the breakdown of communication, and then led her to the choice of confiding in her coworker. Now the problem. She has made actions to recover our marriage, willing to put more cameras, checking in and calling me, taking photos of who is with her at lunch, etc. He is no longer allowed at our home, and she told him it will be business related only between them. She has blocked him on her phone and at work messenger. However, they all share a very close friends group. A close group of 4 friends, which also go to the same gym, drinking, partying, and, when a party gets together, a group of 15 friends that all know each other. She values her friends greatly and those are all she has in the state she moved to. I too have strong values in friendship and do not want her to lose these friends. She does not want to make it awkward for her friends or lose them. She told me she still thinks she can be friendly and minimize talks with her affair partner in the group. I personally don't believe that will help the marriage recovery, since I've read from many sources that the affair partner must be cut out completely outside of work relations for a coworker. I know that situations are different in every relationship, and I fear she may be alienated from her friends, thus losing her social group if she were to cut off all contacts with the affair partner. Losing her friends is much like losing a chunk of herself. It would also mean I would lose these friends. Her close friends do not know of the affair. She has told me she will be heading to the gym with 2 of her friends, 2 of the close 4 friends, and will be drinking for a special occasion. The affair partner was also invited earlier by one of the close 4 friends, so she will be seeing the affair partner tonight. She told me she will not and does not like to make it awkward for her friends and will be minimizing talk with him when she can very hard IMO in a close group of 4 friends, so all I can do is trust her. She will be going even though she knows this is painful for me. Another reason why she is going out is because it's been a stressful week for her, and I have been clingy and overbearingly watching over her / checking up on her, so she feels like she also needs space from me. I am currently with my parents for the purpose of solely studying and trying to pass my test to be financially stable and eventually helping her with the payments, so I can't even be with her for the next so-and-so months. She already needs space from me, so I will be giving her lots of me time this weekend. I also feel like I have been doing a lot more research into affair recoveries, counseling and techniques, and willing to read books, and she has been busy working 10-12-hour workdays and trying to distress by going to the gym and eating with friends. She has consistently shown me enough that she is putting a lot of effort into recovery, but continues to tie both the problem of my financial instability, her affair, her bringing up our home all by herself, my clinginess and how I'm suffocating her, and how unhappy she is with everything that's been happening. So I know there are other underlying issues that have to be resolved even before dealing with the affair. How do I go about it if my wayward spouse still believes she can be friends with the affair partner and not make it awkward in the social circle? I don't believe you can be friends again with an affair partner. Prove me wrong. I'd call them an ex-boyfriend even. I also fear the opportunity for cheating will arise again with continued contact, and that will make marriage recovery even harder. A platonic business relationship is already bad, but luckily they are in different apartments. That and I believe her friends will eventually find out why the affair partner is missing from our house get-together parties, even with her excuses made up. My action plans for now. I know my first step is to give her a lot of space or she will feel cornered, which is really bad. After reading many informative articles online, I am more familiar with a fair recovery and plan on using the knowledge I learned. I also know I will be working on myself to pass the board's exam and secure financial stability. We both agreed to marriage counseling but have to take it slowly since she needs space right now. I also hope the counseling will help her with other problems including anxiety, depression, family issues, and her lost attraction to me/lost of sex drive, which I believe is heavily related to my financial instability and clinginess. I don't know when we can begin individual or couples counseling, but I hope it's soon. Update. Read some comments and wanted to give more information. She has been very supportive these past 1.5 years, so I do not doubt her love for me. But the resentment has built up as I was a lazy house husband, who could have done more and lead us to more financial stability if I had just passed the board's exam. She needs space because I usually end up invading her space and even TXT spamming her with my thoughts, like she is feeling trapped even when she is at home. The cameras do not help. And she is currently angry with me, thus the space needed. Yes, it is bad timing when she needs space, which makes me question her, especially as she needs space at this moment to be with friends and a fair partner. And I have told her how I felt, and she says she wants to choose freedom over me right now because I'm suffocating her. But she will do is minimize what she can, perhaps leave early. So I am only left with giving her space, checking the cams and timing if I noticed she comes home too late, and just letting her work out and hang out with these friends for now. I actually would like these friends to know of the affair because I trust them too, and they would likely separate her from the affair partner and respect the spaces. I personally don't think she will be alienated, but probably the shame in her concept of losing friends will make her even more depressed than she already is now. I don't believe it's not my place to tell her friends, since they are more closer of her friends sadly, but I do understand that they need to know, so I will have a talk with her again when she is less angry with me. Her original excuse for when they notice that a fair partner will not be at our house parties is that he was busy this month, so he can't hang out, and then she will tell her friends that he developed feelings for her sub. It's awkward now and the following month. Half-truth, but I don't know how that will flow as she is already doing this. I believe she plans to do this phase out progressively and naturally. On the day I caught her, she said she will give me transparency, which she has, and full access to phone. I plan to ask her for the text logs between them, and she has agreed when we spoke of this earlier days ago. She also became very anxious. I will likely ask for it soon when I am emotionally ready. She says she would like some space from me when that happens, as I will likely blow up from all the flirty texts. I fear that I may find her trickle-truthing me, which I know is a red flag, and if it is trickle-truthing, I will be handling it accordingly. I have actually acknowledged my problem of financial instability and even shared it with my family, extended family, and a few close friends, and thus one of the reasons we both came up with the plan of me moving back and solely focusing on studies, this, as well as giving her more space to herself. Sadly, it's not working right now, since this infidelity issue came up 2 days after I had just flown back, and I've been in constant talk with her, even when she needed space to breathe. My fault, I know. It also seems like many of you say I should break up. I appreciate the opinions, really do. Unfortunately, it is a complicated situation. Then I still love her, and I know she still loves me. I want divorce as our very last resort. Not only that, but if divorce happened so shortly after marriage, all her friends back in home state would find out. All family would find out, and her work and friends in the current state she is in will find out. That and divorce is expensive, which both of us are not in the financial position at all to do. All this compounded with her current anxiety, depression, and financial problems will not help out her or me in any way, nor would I like her to be any closer to thinking of suicide. I'd have found a few affair recovery books I like, and will be purchasing them for her so she can read them, which she agrees to read and even recite to me. I do believe she is naive in many aspects in a relationship, as I'm naive too, but I'm adamant in trying all I can. I don't plan to take any action until she has more space and is more calm to talk again. Timing is critical, and patience is hard for me to handle at this moment. A fair partner is her co-worker, young like her and not married, mostly of good moral character from what I know, and didn't plan on cheating. She told me she has a talk with him 2 months ago, and they had no feelings for each other, and that he would stop her if so. But then developed feelings, and eventually has led to this. As far as I know, he is not a toxic friend, but definitely let her cross the line, and he crossed the line. She cut off contact after a phone call to let him knows she can't talk to him anymore, and he sounded remorseful as well, and knew we planned to do marriage counseling. He has attempted to message her at work afterwards. She blocked him then, and stated that he may be trying to apologize. I don't really buy it or really care at this point. I just want no contact. I already felt strange when they were hanging out for 8 hours a day, and when she started prioritizing him over me. I don't have proof they had sexual contact, but she did tell me she started developing feelings for him before I caught her, and that she hasn't admitted it to him, and when I caught her she told me she admitted it to him the night before. There's a lot that points to her sleeping with him, but for now I can only trust her words and keep my guard up for any cracks through what she says. She admits to cuddling from long before and then emotional affair recently. I have carefully considered my next course of action and the importance of timing when I bring it up. Also found counselors for both of us. I'll have to be webcammed in, but I don't plan to start it until she is read, likely after asking her to read the books. I am hoping the books and counselor will help her with ways to cut off contact with a fair partner, maintain her sanity and minds, remove her resentment of me especially if financial stability is restored and it still lingers, and ways to deal with her anxiety and unhappiness overall. Call me a fool, but I want to persevere and save this marriage. Update 1. Some of you asked why the cameras in the house, so here is the explanation of the smart home situation. The cameras have been there for a while. It's used mainly to keep watch over the house while we are gone since we have traveled quite a bit. They are simple power plug smart cameras that you can plug in any socket, so it's not like the cameras you see at stores. These are home cameras similarly used for watching an infant. We both agreed to have cameras long before the marriage, and have even wanted to put up quite the protection for the house using alarm system and more to make a full-on smart home. Just turned out that I now have used the cameras for this purpose, which a few days ago I have already come to realize the cameras and the technology we shared shouldn't be used for this purpose if the relationship were to recover. So they have all be disabled after a discussion with her. She has suggested to turn them on after she leaves the house, but that was up to her since I have also decided to blindly trust her regardless of the technology available. Mind you, this is not even a week after D-Day, so I'm even surprised at myself for forgiving her so fast. She suggests keeping the front door ring cam and time lapse on, as well as giving me the numbers of her close friends to check up on her if I ever feel uneasy. It's doubtful I'll even text or call them, but I feel like this is her way of reassuring me. We've also decided that one of the best solutions is to put the marriage second and to work on ourselves first. I can focus on myself, which is the most important thing I feel right now. It will also likely solve an underlying problem and help with the relationship recovery. As for trust issues, I have started feeling insecure after she has been spending more time with the affair partner than me 2 months after the wedding. I have communicated my concerns with her before, but was led to believe it was just my jealousy until more red flags appeared. We are using each other, but she has communicated to me how she felt like she was used when I told her I planned to help her out financially but have failed to do so. An important detail, she has been helping her family and paying back borrowed money from my extended family above keeping us afloat, so she has a heavy load on her.